Hey team, so I wanted to do this live in our team page, but I need to be able to share my screen. And the easiest way to do this is to pre-record this video for you. And so I wanted to walk you through how to onboard a new coach, all the resource that we have. We have a really simplified, I've been working super hard behind the scenes to basically not dumb this down, but to simplify this so much so it's a system that's easily duplicatable for you, for your teams to plug new coaches into and to truly start seeing success in this business right away. So with that said, I'm going to share my screen here and walk you through this whole process. So if you go to our team Google Drive, which is in our file section of the team page, you can click on I have a new coach. Yay! And what's going to pop here is you're going to go to start here. This is a step-by-step outline and checklist that you can go through when you sign someone up, and this includes discount coaches, okay? So the very first thing that you're going to do is you are going to open up our welcome email. This is, you can just literally copy and paste it into your email account. And the first thing that it is it breaks down the type of coaches that we want them to be. And so when you click on this right here, this is a really quick video I made. I made it pretty general. You could truly be tailored. You don't have to re-record it, but I walk through the different types of coaches and seeing where they fall. So then once they respond to you of which type of coach that you do, then you get to plug them into next steps. So if they are not a discount coach, if they're going to be a hobby or a business building coach, you are going to send them the welcome email right here, which includes a quick start form and next steps. So again, you can just copy this email, send it right to them. And this really breaks down some important calls as well as the tangible next steps. It lets them know the first steps in their business and our coach mastermind group of how they get plugged in there. And it includes this quick start form, which after they fill out, you are going to jump on a one-on-one call with them. What this form is going to do for them is give them the very, very basics of the business, help them set up their direct deposit, help you get to know them and their goals a little bit better. And so this is what it looks like for them. Let me pull it up here. So when you get this, you are going to want to make a copy for yourself so that you receive the responses, and you can edit this as well. So how you do that is you're going to go to these little dots here and click make a copy. This will make a copy in your own Google Drive, and so then you have control over this. You can edit it and you will be the one getting all your coaches' responses. They won't be coming to me. Then once you have that set up, you're going to go to responses. You're going to click these three little dots right here, and you're going to choose get email notifications for new responses. That allows you to receive emails letting you know that your coach has done that first step. In these questions, and again, you can totally keep the videos on here. You can recreate them however you want to do, but it walks them through exactly how to work, why they want to get started. Then it's going to give them their new coach checklist. What programs are they committing to? Do they have their active stuff? Do they know what to access? It gives them some story examples, some social media posts, and just the basics of helping them change their Instagram bio, helping them start to think of, what are their 5 things that they're about? How do they actually utilize ShareCart and sign somebody up? Do they have their direct deposit, what Success Club is? And then letting them know the resources from there to our team Google Drive, how they get plugged into the community, etc. So that is that first new coach email right there that you guys can expect to see and to utilize, okay? So next, after you've done that, you're gonna make sure that they are plugged in to our challenge group, that they're getting support in their fitness journey, and then you're going to jump on. I would personally recommend doing it via Zoom. You can have a free account. It lasts, I think, 45 minutes, so make a Zoom account and actually jump on them face-to-face and set up a time for a quick 30-minute phone call. I try to do this within 24 to 48 hours, if possible, of them submitting that form, because it makes me able to really capitalize on their momentum. You guys know this business, it's so simple, but it can also be really scary to get started. And so we want to make sure that they are getting equipped right away and not just sitting in nervousness. And so this document right here is what you are going to use as a guide for them. So you're just going to follow this checklist for the first 4 weeks that they are a new coach. So the very first thing is have them send out their Google form, right? And then you're going to go through this. So these are this very first set right here where it says day 2, getting started. This is the conversation that you're going to have. And you're going to have a check-in the next week. But you're going to go through these questions. You're going to figure out, do they have questions based on the forum and how are they feeling? You're going to figure out, you might already know these things, but say something like, hey, I know you were sharing a little bit, when we were talking about why you're becoming a coach, but tell me your story. Like, what's your health and fitness journey? What are you most excited about? How much time do you have? What are you nervous about? And truly get to know them. This doesn't need to be a really long conversation, but it's important that you actually take the time to hear their story, to get to know their why, because now we can tailor this business to them. You're going to walk them through the new coach training presentation, which I'll show you here in a second. And then their goal is to hit Success Club. Once they have one person enrolled in the challenge group that we're going to be starting together on, you pick the day, then we'll give them access to our new coach mentorship. This gives them less overwhelm as they're first figuring things out, because most likely their very first customers are going to be their best friend, their sister, their mom, right? People who already know, like, and trust them. So they don't need to get so overwhelmed with all of the information, and it will make so much more sense once they have skin in the game. So until they get those first 2 Success Club points, until they have their first person enrolled, they're going to just work through the resources in the new coach drive that I'm going to show you here in a second. And you're going to be having these check-in calls with them. So you're going to share about that with them. You're going to walk them through our team Google Drive, show them all the resources, and then let them know their assignments that they need to have done before next week. Then you're going to set up a call with them for the next week, and here are the questions that you can do. So the second week, you're going to check in with them, ask to see their business activity tracker, what pain points they're having, what questions they have, and have them make their color wheel if they haven't done that. Then on week 3, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go through their questions. You're going to see where their time was spent, let them know about Emerald, and tell them that that is their goal for this next week, for week 3 in their business. Week 4, same thing, only you're now going to introduce Diamond. And we're going to be talking about these things behind the scenes as well within our new coach mentorship, so it will all build on one another. But this is the checklist that you can use. You can make copies of this. You just go to File, New, make a copy right here, and it will save it in your own Google Drive for you, okay? So on your new coach presentation, we'll kind of walk through this back here. So you've sent them their, gone through this document, you've gone over on that call, the new coach started getting PDF, introduced them to Google Docs, answered their questions, set up their call. You're going to send them this follow-up email, which I will show you. We'll come back to that in a second here. So in your new coach presentation, this is what you have to send them. So these are the resources that I mentioned in here. This is the little tracker sheet that I just showed you guys. These are copies of the emails. And then the resources that I mentioned in those emails. So the very first thing here is this Getting Started Right call. This is something you can walk through them. The very first thing that they need to focus on is themselves. So what program are they going to be doing? Letting them know that, you're not salesy or spammy when you're sharing stuff that you genuinely love. So we want to have them work on themselves first. The resources that are available to them, the 4 vital behaviors that are the foundation of our business, committing to a start date of their group, which again is a new coach, they're going to plug into the ones that you are running or that I am running for your team. Committing to a program, asking them what they're going to do. This is an example of me sharing about doing Lift 4. Walking them through their first goal as a new coach, which is to help 3 people get started the same way that they were, and letting them know that achieving Success Club earns them that free ticket to Summit. It also earns them their first year's vacation, which is huge when they help people. And this I actually need to update, but it's 3 months out of the first 6 months that they're a coach. So they really want to focus on sharing their journey and starting right. Talking about their first invites with them, letting them know that their goal is connection. It's not invites, it's not spammy, but truly just genuinely connecting with people, getting to know them, engaging them. Not word vomiting on them, letting them know that we have resources for objections and all of that. But the most important thing is just to ask questions, and we will be helping them with those conversations in our new coach mentorship group. So this is kind of just a general outline for them there. Their second goal as a coach is Emerald. The reason we want this introduced to them right away is so they truly are able to start growing income. Emerald is the very first step to actually earning residual income. It's one of the most important foundational pieces of their business, and it's incredibly important that they understand the importance of staying active with this. And then we start talking about sharing all aspects of their life and journey. when you sign up to become a coach, you don't just word vomit Beachbody. You don't become a Beachbody robot. That's why we have them do the color wheel exercise. So, you know, they can see in my own social media, or my friend Rachel's, we're sharing our families, we're sharing our food, we're sharing our faith, what we're reading, things we love. It's not just holding up a bag of Shakeology. It's really allowing people to get to know us and then the products that we use, because they're not signing up to use the products, they're signing up to work with you. And so that's really important to kind of set them up. And so these are some post ideas for them. The power of consistency. So this is one of my first coaching posts, just how horrible that is, right? All the things you're not supposed to do. And then this one where it's sharing my story. It's an eye-catching photo where people really get to know me. Some encouragement for them on how this journey works. You know what, you have to track it. It's not going to be an overnight success. As soon as you stop, it's going to be harder to start again, not to compare it and not to overcomplicate stuff. So you can kind of walk them through this. I always tell my new coaches that my goal with them is to have them earn about $800 in their first 3 months as a minimum. And this is a breakdown of exactly how they do that, which is hitting Success Club and getting started correctly. And so this gives them that visual. It lets them know how to do it. Their promo codes, because all new coaches get promo codes that are good for their first 30 days in the business. And so these are some ideas. Sign up their spouse so they can get to Emerald, save $10. Ask your bestie to do it with you. Share publicly in your stories that you're committing to doing 80-day obsession or bar blend, and you're looking for 3 friends to do it with you, and giving them that discount, which is huge as a new coach. And then their next steps: print out the trackers, complete their program, read Slide Edge, start sharing their journey, and making their coach announcement post. So then they have, here's what the next steps are, expectations from us, and you can go from there. So that is that very first call, okay? After you have that with them, you're introducing them also to the other resources that they have. So one of the things that I share with them is that slide, and then I actually walk them through this new coach resources folder that I've created here for all of our team to use. In this folder, there's a copy of the new coach getting started right call that I did with them, their color wheel, their business activity tracker, and I show them briefly how to use that. These are some new coach posting idea guides for them, for Instagram stories, for Facebook or Instagram posts. And then up here, these are actual things. So there's application and enrollment emails, and they can make their own copy of the application. You can show them how to do that by clicking these 3 dots and making a copy. I'll make sure that you guys have access to do that there. The email that you send once they enroll, a generalized PDF, sample conversations, and sample invites so that they can see exactly how to do it. In here, there's Instagram stories that are Canva links that they can actually edit and make their own. So they're able to download those and use those for themselves. And then also there's some more invites and, oh, I need to move those over there. Those will be the invites and conversations. So it's very, very simple. There's nothing that's complicated in here. And this is literally all that they need to do to get that first person enrolled in their group and how to get set up. And then once they're in that, we add them to our new coach mentorship group. Okay, getting back on track here. Okay, so you've had your first conversation, you've showed them their resources. Next, you're gonna send them the follow-up email after you have that call with them. So this is an example email. I just title it Notes from Our Call. I let them know how excited I am to have them on my team, and give them the links to the things that we chatted about. Google Drive, the color wheel training, building a brand, not a business, which I really love, and then how to actually make money in the business so that they understand exactly where to go to get started. After that, I set up and make sure I have my call with them for next week where I can go over those questions. And then after they've gotten their first customer, I will add them onto our new coach training group in Facebook, which is right here. And these are weekly calls that we run on Wednesday nights. In the unit section, there's information for them on all of the things that are in here, prep tasks, their own story, training calls, social media, things like that, the importance of Shakeology. They're able to start building a community and connecting with other coaches and all of that. There's also the training in the back office that they can do as well if they want to jump ahead of the game. The important thing for you to do as their sponsor coach is to truly be checking in with them. So giving them clear assignments of saying, you know, you're going to complete this, let me know, then we'll set up a new call. And I'm going to be checking in with my new coaches once a week for those first 4 weeks to make sure that they're understanding what's expected of them, that They know the resources that they're getting their questions answered, and I'm plugging them into our new coach pod on Facebook Messenger and welcoming them to our team page. So that is it. It's so, so simple. All of the emails are here for you. Everything is completely done for you. And all that you have to do is just to tweak it and add your name. If you'd like to record your own videos, you can do that, but you certainly do not have to. There's no expectation of that. And it's one of those things that you're going to be able to truly get them started in a way that I think allows them to see the potential in this business right away, to make it simple and tangible and easily broken down steps. And it will also save you time because you're going to be able to tell right away who is committed to this business and who is not. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you guys have questions on anything, and I can't wait to see your coaches getting started.